Hello once again, my viewers. It's Mr. Juma here, your mathematics and science teacher. In the previous video, we talked about a small introduction to surds. I told you what surds mean, and I gave you a few concepts under that. The remaining concept, I think, is a rationalization of the denominator. So without wasting much time, I will tell you the meaning of rationalizing, and I give you a few examples. So to rationalize the denominator simply means if a surd is in fraction form and the denominator is an irrational root, you work towards removing that irrational root from the denominator side so that the denominator becomes a rational number. Let me put it in writing. To rationalize the denominator means simplifying by removing an irrational root from the denominator. i.e. making or changing the denominator irrational denominator to a rational number. To rationalize the denominator means simplifying by removing an irrational root from the denominator. That means changing the irrational denominator to a rational number. I think that definition sinks in well. So let me give you examples. Simplify. Number 1 over root 2. Now in this case, you see that the numerator is a rational number, it is a whole number, but the denominator is an irrational root. So rationalization means you remove this root from here so that you get a whole number on the denominator. And how do you do that? You do it this way. You multiply here by the irrational root, here by the irrational root, down and up. You multiply both the denominator and numerator by the irrational denominator. So what is going to happen is that this times this is just root 2. And this time this I've told you how to multiply irrational roots. You just write the square root sign and multiply 2 by 2 so that 2 by 2 is written like that under the root. So you have, this is root 4, square root of 4, and at the end of it you have root of 2 divided by root of 4 is 2. So 1 over root 2, hope you can see that, 1 over root 2 is the same as root 2 over 2. Okay? Let me give another one. over root of 3 over root of 5. To rationalize that, we will have 3 over root of 5 being the same as multiply here by root of 5, here by root of 5. The purpose of doing this is that we want to remove this root from the denominator side. So 3 times this, you get 3 root 5. Don't confuse this one with cube root. This is not cube root of 5. Cube root of 5 is written like this. You see the difference? This one is 3 root 5. They are not the same. This is cube root of 5 and this is 3 root 5. 3 times root of 5, you get 3 root 5. Then root of 5 times root of 5 is the same as 5 times 5 under the root sign. So we have 3 root 5 over, this time this is root of 25 or square root of 25. So 3 root 5 over square root of 25 is 5. What have we done here? We have removed the irrational root from the denominator. Now the denominator is a rational number. From the definition of rationalization, I have told you that to rationalize means to remove the irrational root from the denominator so that the denominator becomes a rational number. And that's what we've done. So 3 over root of 5 is the same as 3 root 5 over 5. Okay? We give another example. Let me look for a difficult one. Let's try this. Number C, 10 over root of 20. So this is what you do. I'm going to have this. So multiply here by root of 20. Multiply here by root of 20. So what we're going to have is 10 root 20. 10 root 20 over, this time this is 20 times 20 under the root sign. So this is 10 root 20 over, this time this is 400. So square root of 400. Now 10 root 20. What is the square root of 400? The square root of 400 is 20. You can check that. Square root of 400 is 20. So, but this and this can be simplified. Can simplify by 20 goes into 10 goes into 20 twice. This is what I'm talking about. So you can write it this way. 20 is the same as 4 times 5. 4 times 5 represents 20. And we have this. So this one goes here once, this one goes here twice. So we are left with root 4 times root 5 over 2. So we have, I'm breaking it down in so many steps so that you understand. I don't want to omit steps so that you get confused. You see, I'm giving every step so that you understand. So square root of 4 is 2. then over 2. 2 will cancel 2. Now we have root 5 as the answer. So 10 over root 20 is the same as root 5. You can check with your calculator. You do this one separately and you do this one separately. You're going to get the same decimal answer here and here. Okay? Now, I want to break this rationalization concept into 2 parts. In this case, we have rationalized numbers that only have a single denominator term. Sometimes the denominator can have 2 terms. That one I'm going to do it in the next video. So please continue following me, share, subscribe, and like my videos. Thank you.